Many people know this region as specializing in espionage and war systems. In fact, it is special in secrets of U.S. military science and technology. Historically, the area contains secret warplanes, and aircraft involved in wars around the world are tested there. The base opened its doors in 1995 when intelligence officers Richard Bissell and Herbert Miller chose the place to test the first U-2 spy plane. NASA, and the U.S. Navy, these agencies cooperated in the region from 1955 until the late 80s, including the U.S. National Security Agency. The 65th anniversary of the FAMO's Roswell accident, which is linked to the novel of the crash of a flying saucer carrying aliens from another planet, which was denied by U.S. intelligence at the time, the American agent, Saws Brandon, opened his box of secrets, stressing that the accident is real despite its disinformation campaigns the American intelligence agency since then until now. Brandon, who worked for nearly 35 years in the U.S. intelligence service, said that all the information, data and images related to the famous Roswell incident were kept in a huge box. This box was hidden in an underground vault built specifically for this purpose, and it is located at the U.S. Intelligence Center in Langley, Virginia. And Brandon confirmed that he had contributed himself to carrying the box of secrets, and when I saw the body parts of aliens that were taken out of the UFO, I screamed, "Oh, my God, it's true, it really happened." Brandon denied that what he saw was the remnants of a meteorological balloon, as the U.S. intelligence claimed at the time, stressing that it was a plane or a flying object coming from outside the planet. Brandon indicated that he saw in Blingley's secret bunker all the evidence that proves that the accident was the result of a plane crash or a UFO coming from outside the globe. Brandon said that the military statement issued in the first moments after the accident confirmed what he said: there is no doubt that something suspicious and strange has happened, as he confirms in the text that many of the news that circulated regarding the UFO sighting on Saturday morning is true, and that a squadron of fighters and bombers in the 509th Air Defense Group in Roswell succeeded in dealing with the situation and was able to destroy the flying disc, which is in their possession now. Brandon indicated that the federal military authorities changed their version of the incident only 24 hours after it occurred and claimed that the object or UFO that was dropped was a balloon designated for monitoring weather conditions that fell on a farm near the Roswell Military District, a lie spread by U.S. intelligence at the time. According to him, Brandon said that 65 years after this incident, I can confirm that it is a fact and that aliens tried to land on Earth at the Roswell Military Base in Nevada desert of America, but fighter planes succeeded in shooting it down. It is noteworthy that the Roswell accident is considered the most famous in the history of phenomena related to UFOs and aliens, in which he claimed to have crashed a UFO in the New Mexico desert and found the ruins of the craft and the bodies of aliens. The military authorities at the time announced at a press conference, the multiple rumors about UFOs became true since yesterday when the intelligence officer of the bomber group of the 8th Fleet of the Air Force in Roswell was lucky to get the UFO. The headlines began to read, "A UFO in possession of the Air Force."
Hey, speak. Wamda. Are you scared of me? Because you should be. Okay, so you say you're from the future and an evolutionary descendant of humans. You also say you're a different species. is it? Are you a descendant of humans or not? Then how do you know English? Answer me. If you don't answer, I'll administer another radioscope only until your system collapses. Do you understand? Now, how do you speak English? So you just picked up English, just like that. Because you're so smart, right? Right. So, you said you know the origin of the universe, but you did not provide an explanation. So I ask you again, how was the universe created? Answer the question. Really? But you can't create something out of nothing.
But only 24 hours after that statement, the military changed the story and stated that the UFO they thought was a flying saucer was actually a weather balloon that had crashed on a nearby farm. The main witness, Lieutenant Colonel Jesse Marcel, an intelligence officer who went to the crash site and collected the rubble, described it as a thin metal that visually appears brittle but on the outside is incredibly hard. It also cannot be cut or burned. At the time, that statement was ignored, along with similar statements, and was not taken seriously by the public, with the exception of a class few believe it is true. Each foot and an extra eyelid for each eye, similar to that of birds, and the lung is 3 cylinders of equal size, in addition to the absence of any clear genitals. And this, according to Dr. Carl Wecht, cannot exist in a living being of any nationality, was not even in any animals known. As for the expert in histology and forensic medicine, S.G. Melron, he confirmed that he does not doubt for a moment that what he sees on the screen is real, since, despite his lack of humanity, he is completely in harmony with each other, in a way that only an expert can perceive or fake. Other points of view. After the movie, Alien Anatomy, was shown, the Kodak tape producing company was unable to obtain any part of the original tape for study. In addition, all the photography specialists declared categorically that the film was a fabrication, but the specialists in anatomy found many strange details. The method of carrying out the autopsy process was not done in the way that a professional in the field usually follows. Also, the tools used are not usually the tools used by anatomists. It is clear that the film is nothing but a tightly executed forgery. To prove this, more than one specialist in photography and anatomy made similar films to show that they were fake. The Roswell incident. But what made the Roswell incident the most famous of all the other UFO phenomena to date? The first reason is that the Roswell incident was covered up, and the U.S. administration even stated that a balloon to measure temperature and weather fluctuations had fallen and not a spacecraft. Then they came back to say that it was an experimental plane that had some wooden dolls, and this wide controversy led to Roswell's fame greatly. As for the second reason, a message was leaked from the White House archives after many years by an employee whose name is still unknown, and this secret message was addressed to U.S. President Dwight Eisenhower in August of the year 1947 AD, and it was a detailed report of the Roswell incident. Its dispatcher is a secret team called MJ-12, which is a group of prominent military and security men, as well as academic figures, who seem to have been assigned the task of managing the Roswell scandal and concealing and obscuring the subject by all possible means. Among the things mentioned in this letter is what was mentioned about 4 extraterrestrial biological beings. 2 of them were found dead among the wreckage of the vehicle, while the other TWO creatures appeared 3 kilometers away from the wreckage site. Source: watch the video. A young man invades Area 51.